Hello, welcome back to the PuckMonkey channel. I'm back with Steve. Sorry for the 2-month absence, and the Panther season is just about to start. We're about a week away. So how's everything going?
Vibes are immaculate. Does it get any better than this? No, I'm good, man. Just about to move in real life. I'm moving, leaving here early November, headed to South Carolina, be closer to the family, and I'm actually going to spend essentially 3 weeks in South Florida for basically almost all of November, past Thanksgiving a little bit. So there's a huge stretch of like home games I'm going to be going to, so that'll be fun.
You sign some autographs?
Sign some autographs? No. I hope to get an autograph. I know that's like a big controversy, especially in baseball. It's like, dude, I don't care, man. Just sign my jersey. It'll be awesome.
You can get a Chuck Panther jersey while you're down here.
I I I asked my mom to grab me one, and then I planned on paying her for it. And then she walked in the store and said, "What size Fanatic jersey are you?" I was in the middle of an Overwatch game because it was like 10 o'clock at night. I run into the other room, literally in the middle of a game. My teammates are screaming at me. I grab down my Barkov jersey because I know I bought that at the stadium, so I knew it was Fanatics. And then I found it. Okay, it's large. Run all the way back. Tell her it's large, and she said, "Never mind, I'm gone. It's too expensive. Dick's has it for 160." And then I'm just like, okay.
I've never seen. I mean, I've been to Dick's so many times, and I
Yeah, I've
never
been
see
to
them
Dick's
sell.
so many times too.
And I've never seen them sell it, any jersey, anything hockey related in general. It's like there's only one good hockey store, Pro Hockey. I mean, not Pro. Yeah, I think Pro Hockey, something like that. It's in Palm Beach.
Pretty sure
Anyways,
Dick's has it in Broward.
hopefully. I mean, I don't know.
The Broward
Honestly.
Mall, not Broward
Oh,
County.
okay. Oh, yeah. So, your favorite player, Immaculate Lives Only, signed a 8-year deal, $6.25 million AAV with our
Favorite
favorite.
Panther, not favorite player.
Oh yeah, and with our favorite team, the Calgary Flames.
Ah,
Thoughts?
yes. The joyful Calgary Flames. They're just such a joy to have on Twitter, aren't they? What are your thoughts initially?
Um, he's a good player. Like people forget that we hate him, but he's good. I mean, he's a top pairing defenseman, regardless. I don't see why the Calgary Flames wanted to keep him because their defense is so good. He's not even their number one guy. You have Noah Hannafin and, in my opinion, Rasmus Anderson, who are better than him, and he's getting
I
paid.
think I think I've heard a lot of people make the argument that it's not a bunch of first liners, it's a bunch of second pairs.
Yeah.
Like the guy next to the Norris winner, you know what I mean? I think I've heard that argument that like all six of them could essentially just be that guy that's paired with a Norris winner, but none of them are that Norris winner.
Yes.
That's the argument I've heard the pros make, professional analysis people.
The computer voice.
Yeah. So what are we missing with Mackenzie Weegar? Let's go over it again in case anyone needs reminding because they love this stats. 74 takeaways first. It's a hard time checking that for franchise because that's not recorded, especially in our history. For 179 hits, second, that's ninth franchise, right? So we're losing a physical player, a player that takes away the puck. 156 block shots. That's fourth best franchise all time, and it's the best that we've had since 2010. This is a franchise built on poverty, right? We are not good. We've never been good. We had one good year in 97, one good year in 2021, 2022. What do you consider that? Yeah. We've had two good years I'm 29 years old. So in 29 years. So the fact that he was fourth all time in block shots, that says a lot. Because you know this team was dog crap for so many years. And then his time on ice, he was first. Average time on ice, he was second because of the power play. Ekblad had him beat. And then plus or minus, he's second all-time franchise with Forsling being first with one more point.
Everyone's here.
Impact player we're missing.
No
what do you
doubt.
say?
There's no doubt. Sorry.
No, go.
There's no doubt a hole in our defense now. I mean, like it's terrifyingly bad how our defense looks.
Would
like
you take all those stats and would you put a price tag of 6.5 mil on it?
Easily. I mean, yeah. I think the biggest question is his age. He's like 29, turning 30 this season. So he's going to be like, I don't know, 36, 37 when the contract ends. Who knows how a defenseman like him aged?
Oh, no, the year sucks. The years on all three of them Kadri, Huberdeau, and Weegar, like no.
Kadri's the
Like,
worst. I mean, yeah, he has like 2 or 3 years left in his prime.
I mean, people always make that argument like, oh, the cap's going to be 200 mil, and by the time that Huberdeau's in his 7th year, so it's no big deal. It's like, okay, dude, I'm sure it is. Like, it's going up, but I mean, it's still going to be a poor contract to pay that old of a player that much money.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I wrote down some similar contracts and their price tags for Jonas Brodin, who's a super underrated shutdown defenseman for the Wild. 6 mil, 8 years. He was 26 when he signed that deal, so I think that's really good. And
You
for the
got
Blue,
how much for how long?
6 mil, 8 years.
Okay, so it's like the same thing.
He's their number 2 guy, no doubt, behind Spurgeon.
Okay.
Then you have Colton Perico, Torrey Krug, Justin Folk of the St. Louis Blues, all at the same 6.5 by 8 mil contract.
Is it Krug or Krug?
Krug, I think.
I thought
He's
it
like
was Krug.
Krug, Torrey Krug. I
Torrey
mean,
Krug. No, it's definitely Torrey Krug, right?
I think Weegar's deal is better than all 3 of these guys, personally. Because I think Krug was 30 when he signed a deal. Perico has not been good ever since he signed the contract, and Folk is like a number 2, number 3 guy.
I think paying 6.5 for a second pair guy is fair. And if you put into consideration, all trolling aside, all 5 seconds left aside, he is a Norris voted player.
Yes.
Okay, so every team, all 32 teams should have a number 1 guy. The fact that Weegar is top 15 and he's the second guy on the team, I think that says a lot for much of the NHL appreciating the amount of effort and work he put in last year.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we're missing a lot. We're going to see it, especially with Ekblad, and I'm curious. I mean, he looked good with forcing in the preseason, but over an 82-game stretch, not so sure.
You want my dead honest opinion, Alex?
Yeah.
I have probably spent a total of maybe 4 to 5 hours of my life watching preseason hockey, and I cannot tell one thing that's going on. It is so bad here. Like, bringing up the Florida Panthers stream on here, it's literally 120p.
It's
That's
so
it.
bad.
It's like I try analyzing it and you can't even see the puck. It's like so bad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Carolina game, I just turned it off at this point. I just looked at the little score sheet they had. For the Predator game, don't even get me started. Like, they were delayed in most of the calls, and we're looking at a Jumbotron feed on my computer on Wi-Fi with a radio broadcast.
Well, the director for preseason games, like, I don't know whose high school project that is, but like, you deserve an F. Like, I think every single NHL preseason broadcast that I've watched, probably seen about 12 at this point, is so bad. Like,
So bad.
you're like, Barkov enters the zone with the puck and he's like lifting it over like a random goalkeeper, and then all of a sudden it comes to like a country guy with a cowboy hat just going like this, and then just like lip syncing, and like you don't even hear what he's singing. It's like, what are you doing?
It's just so bad. I mean, it makes us feel good when Bally Sports come back on.
Oh my God, who loves Bally? Let's go.
It'll make me appreciate it more now.
What are your thoughts on the defense preseason?
Not good. I mean, our AHL guys did better at defense, and I mean, besides last game, our defense hasn't been good. Not sure, new coach, new system.
Well, they need time for sure.
No doubt. I mean, yesterday they looked better, the best they have been. Like, I was able to watch the defense for 2 periods in terms of like how close they were to me, and Montour looked really good. Our favorite player. He was good in the power play, no doubt. His defense is questionable. He made some questionable defensive decisions, especially against some of the bigger guys like Kucherov or Stamkos.
It's literally Montour, my guy. It's literally Montour. It's like his biggest critique is like, it's weird because like, I don't think it's hockey IQ. I think it's decision making and killer instincts. Like, I think he second guesses himself too much. Like he'll go into a play, like Cooch will take it up the blue line against the wall, right? He'll like skate towards him, like he'll make a move towards him, and then he'll be like, oh crap. And then he'll skate back and be like, no, that was the wrong play. And then he's like, oh wait, no, it was the right play. And then he'll skate forward again. And by that time, Kucherov's long gone. And then he's like chasing him. Like, that's not like something that happened last game. That's just trends that I've seen with Montour all season. Like, how many times did we get goals scored against us because like either a player got hit in mid ice or something happened in mid ice, and like Brandon Montour is like, oh, I'm about to be that guy, and then like he doesn't do it, and then there's just a breakaway and they score because he's
And
chasing them.
exactly. And that's the one thing that Forsling does right. He does make those decisions. He's faster just by that millisecond, but that millisecond catches up. Like that breakaway that Stamkos had where Bobrovsky had to make that like eagle spread save. That was Forsling back checking at his fastest.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say it's hockey IQ because I think hockey IQ is different. Because like, I think making the wrong decision a majority of the time is hockey IQ. But like, I feel like he has a good IQ, but IQ also measures speed of thinking. So maybe he doesn't have a high IQ. Maybe he's like a really smart, slow thinker. Maybe that's like Brandon Montour's go-to. But
Yeah.
like I said, like I'm not trying to hate on any of the players, any of the defenders. I don't like hating Panther players. I hate when people do that. I hate when they start calling him for Golski on Twitter. I hate like the one goal goes in and fire Bob, bring Knight in. It's like it's disgusting. It's repulsive. I hope the best for us this season, but I'm going to be a little realistic. I don't see that defense carrying us very far in the playoffs unless one of our youngsters step up from the AHL.
Exactly. I mean, I like being an optimist, but not an optimist where you can't see flaws.
Not stupid optimist.
Exactly. Where people say, "Oh, look, Carlson's a top-pairing defenseman all of a sudden," and he's gonna win the Norris. I mean, he probably will, but different story.
I think Carlson definitely did have a decent year last year, but like all six players that we have left on defense, 7, 8, 9, go down the line. They all make mistakes.
Yeah,
they're gonna happen eventually. Like Panther Twitter is actually hilarious this day because I don't have to log on and hear about Weegar. I just have to. One game it's Montour, one game it's Forsling had an awful game. Holy crap! Next game it's like Ekblad is such a p word. It's like it's hilarious.
and Gudis took another 4 penalties.
Oh yeah,
for that preseason game,
all in one period.
it was so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Mark Stahl is probably the only guy you probably hear me bashing on the most. I just don't understand that signing.
Dude, I still haven't learned like which one's Mark and which one's Eric. I don't which one's on defense. That's Mark, right?
I see he's 18.
And then what isn't Eric the one who's having like a better preseason?
In my opinion, he's been, like people hating on him, but he's been solid. I would not mind him on his team.
I mean, he can fill Hornqvist's role.
Honestly, speaking of which, what is happening with Hornqvist? Like he hasn't even played a single game. There's apparently he was like in a coaching like uniform a couple days ago. Like what's up with him?
Who knows? Who cares?
Yeah, so I mean the cap does.
My mentality is get rid of them, right? People keep bringing up this leadership, this standing up against Tampa. What did that get you? We got swept. I don't care how vocal he is. I don't care what he says. It didn't work. Get it out. It does not work. Just because he does it doesn't mean it's a good thing that he does it. I know that sounds completely condescending and stupid. Like, oh, he's a leader, but he sucks at being a leader. Like, I get it. But like, I don't need to pay $5 million for someone to stand up on the bench. The coach does it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the same argument with Keith Yandel. Oh, he was a locker room guy. You know,
who did he inspire? We got swept. Why do we need you?
Honestly, I think I think go out to Ironman. You know, he's just like he's 35, 36. He's played a tough game for most of his career. He's always had to constantly be fighting. He never had to. I mean, except for his prime years in Pittsburgh.
I don't hate Hornqvist, and I still think he's got it. I genuinely, and like this is gonna sound stupid, all right, so you can slap me if you want. I genuinely think you could put Hornqvist on the second line and still have success. Yeah, I still think he has stuff to give. I don't value his giving at $5 million. That's where I draw the line. You want to like. I know this. You can't do this. Like pretend like he waives his contract. He foregoes all $5 million. He gives it up, and then he resigns for $1 to $2 million. It's like put him in the lineup every game. I don't care, like easily. But the fact it's 5 exactly.
I mean, I'm not hoping for anything, but if you don't want to trade him, you kind of want to hope for him to be an LTIR.
That I don't want to hope for anything, but I hope he's injured. He literally just said that.
I mean, I don't hope he's injured. I just like don't know what's happening. Like they've been so quiet. I mean, Bill Zito thinks he's Lou Lamoriello being all secretive with all his media and stuff.
Our fan base is not big enough for people to care about you being secretive, Bill Zito. Like, fuck off.
The preseason game was okay. Attendance, it was like 10,000, 12,000 people.
My parents got tickets for being season ticket holders. They went. They didn't even tell me. They took a photo of the ice while they were there at the game. I was like, oh wow, thanks, cool.
I mean, Speaking of, I guess in terms of the stadium itself, the players got their custom goal songs. I know you probably don't
Yes,
care.
you can't hear them though. So like the only time
No?
I ever like on the NHL, high school broadcasts, you can't really hear them very well. That you kind of just got to hope that Bally will play a little bit louder or something like that.
Sam Bennett's one still stuck in my head from that game, the
What is
Carolina
it?
game. Benny and the Jets. It just, I don't know, the way some people didn't like it, but the way it just, I don't know, flowed.
Dude, the whole did you go on Twitter when that happened or no?
Nah, I mean, I only saw like the little Instagram post by David.
Twitter like melted down because they thought because like it was a while before our next goal. So people thought that was our official goal song now. And then like all of Twitter was like, oh wait, they're individual goal songs now. Okay.
And it was so obvious. It was Sam Bennett scoring. Like,
What was Barkov's?
he didn't score yet.
I thought he scored last game. Did he not?
Heponiemi.
No, the game before. The game before. Did he not? No, because those were our
Away
young
games.
guys, right?
Yeah, young.
He scored though. I swear to God, he scored a goal.
Not at home, anyways, and he has
Not at home. Oh, I think he scored away. I
Maybe.
think he scored away, Alex. I don't think you're a real Panthers fan.
I think I am. I'll go like on my NHL app.
There's no way that has preseason stats on it.
Yeah, it does.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's no shot.
100%.
I'm like pretty sure he scored a goal, like one goal.
No. Yeah, he did. You're right.
Because he scored in the last second of the game, right?
Yeah, in the last second.
second.
It didn't count. I mean, it shouldn't have counted in the real game.
Oh, shut up.
It was like negative 1 second.
Was that home or away? I don't even
Away.
remember.
It was the first game or second.
Yeah, against Nashville, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And then we got shut out the next.
I told you I wasn't crazy, you fake Panthers fan.
Sorry. I'm gonna have to come clean. I'm a Lightning fan.
Zap zap, baby.
Speaking of, since we talked about defense, you'll go over the forward lines. What are your ideal lines for the Panthers?
Yes. Let me read out the full lineup and then let me explain it. And it has to do with my love for Tkachuk. All right. So hear me out. I have Verhaeghe, Barkov, Tkachuk. Granted, these are just names. Throw right, throw left, put one in the center. Don't care. These are just, I want these three guys on the line together. I want Verhaeghe, I want Barkov, I want Tkachuk. I want both Sams, and I want White on the second line. I want Luosterainen, I want Lundell, and I want Balsers on line 3. And then I want Lomberg, Cousins, and Heponiemi on line 4. To hear me out, I put a lot of consideration into the top 5. I think you can honestly swap White out with Luosterainen. I think you could swap White out with, in all honesty, probably Balsers or Heponiemi or Lomberg, really. I think that line is talented enough, and playing with Sam Reinhart is like, will elevate your game irregardless. But I think that Tkachuk, Reinhart, and Bennett are way too similar of a players with context of their success. So when they have success right in front of goal, right in the slot, like passing through the slot is where where they all have success. That's why I don't want a Tkachuk, Rhino, and Bennett line, because I feel like if we played that line, there's too many people that want to be in front of that goalie that Tkachuk or Rhino is going to have to like kind of alter their game a little bit. And I just don't know what that looks like. I know what it looks like when Tkachuk is in front of the goalie. I know what it looks like when Tkachuk is a pest. I know what it looks like when Tkachuk is the second person entering the zone. And that's why a lot of people honestly wanted to put him with Bennett, because Bennett's really good at getting the puck in the zone.
Yeah.
And then you'll have Tkachuk trail him. Like it could work. Like I'm sure it can. But a majority of Tkachuk's goals come when he's a pest in front of net. Whether it's in the slot or a tip or between the legs. What are your thoughts on the top 6?
I mean, I guess to continue with the idea of entering the zone with Tkachuk, I kind of did this is my second line. Luosterainen, Bennett, and Tkachuk. Luosterainen has shown, at least in the preseason, that he can enter the zone with even some like little dekes here and there.
Yeah, he's fancy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a finish, they're too good.
I think excuse me, sorry. I think you could swap White and Luosterainen.
Yeah.
Just put like Balsers, White, and Lundell together. I kind of feel bad for Lundell, so like I don't know how long we're gonna have to wait for Lundell to go up a line though.
I think it's me when Bennett's gone in like 3 years from now.
When is Bennett's contract over?
I want to say 3 years from now. Yeah. He signed a 4x4 last year.
Did he?
Yep. It was like a 4x4.25. Yep, I was right. Same year.
And that was last year?
And the same year as Ekblad and Wiss.
Should be Reinhardt too, right?
Reinhardt ends in 2 years. 24, 25. Same
You
year
don't
as
put
Taylor.
You don't put Reinhardt top 6. He's gone. I'm telling you that right now.
I disagree. He had an 82-point production on the third line. Granted, he had power play time.
You know, he left. He left Buffalo because he didn't want to play center. You don't think
Yeah.
he'll leave Florida because he doesn't want to be on the third line?
I mean, what was his total ice time though?
Yeah, but like what
We
you're
saw the third line
comparing,
a lot.
you're comparing Quenneville and Burnett to what we're going to see with Mo Cheesy.
Yeah, we'll
Like,
see what happens. with
How
Mo.
often is Mo Cheesy going to run the third line?
From what I saw in the preseason game, a good amount.
It's preseason though.
Exactly.
He has to get a look. He knows what Barkov's going to give him. He doesn't know what Balsers on the fourth line is going to give him.
Yeah.
Or what, Dalpy? How do you say that name?
Zach
Dalpy?
Oh, he's a legend.
You don't know what he's gonna get?
Zach, he's just captain of the AHL team. If you didn't know, he's a legend. He's like 29 years old. He's just there, you know. He's just having fun with the guys. I really like that. And he scored 2 goals. Good for him. He had a fight. He had like almost like killed Stamkos' career. He almost like made him go to LTIR.
Do you ever think we're gonna run a thug line? Like just put Bennett, Kachuk, Lomberg, and then just like throw out like Gudis. Just have like a 5-man brawl in like Madison Square Garden or something.
Honestly, we should do they got Lightning on like a preseason game.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hope one of our fourth line centers gets injured in that.
Yeah, they can go.
Hasn't happened before. Well, I was referring to Achari. You were referring to wishing horrible things to Horny.
No. I mean, but if one of our fourth line centers go to LTIR, there's 100%. There's been 100% chance.
Patric could still retire though. You know that, right?
Could, but why?
Why not? He's old.
He has a cup, but he's $5 million.
You still get money if you retire.
Yeah.
It just doesn't count against the cap.
Yeah, only a chunk of it.
So maybe they offer him like a assistant coaching role or something.
They
something
should.
Like that.
He'd be such a good coach. I mean, that's what he does now.
He could retire and then come out of retirement at the end of the season when our LTR is good.
He'd be like, surprise.
Yeah, like Barkov goes down like week, like, I don't know, like week 30 or some crap like that. And then all of a sudden, Hornqvist is like, I'm coming out of retirement. My captain's down.
We signed Yager as well. We signed
all right, you're pushing it. I was being serious and you're trolling. That's messed up.
Sorry. Getting me stuff like that. I guess to continue with the forward lines, I have for Hagee, Barkov, Heponiemi. I really like how Heponiemi looked with Barkov and Reinhardt. I would also wouldn't mind that with as a top line. I know it sucks splitting up for Hagee and Barkov, but let's say for Hagee, Bank, Chuck, that'd be a fast line.
Yeah. The only thing I just don't want to see really is Kachuk with Bennett. That like I don't care anything else, doesn't matter. And I know that kind of stinks though, because it's like for the very little time that they played together in Calgary on the same line, the success they had was pretty impressive. So but I was told that Bennett is a little different of a player than he was at Calgary. I didn't watch him at Calgary, so I think players transform their game and they adapt to what works and what doesn't. So like just because it worked like 10 years ago doesn't mean it's going to work now.
Yeah, I mean Kachuk changed a lot too over the last season.
Yeah, but he was always playing with feeders. He was always playing with people feeding him the puck. Yeah. Right? Bennett's not going to feed him the puck. Like most people forget, it was something like game 52, game like 60, some crazy crap already at the end of the season. And Bennett was like 20 goals and like 21 assists or some random crap like that. And then he like finished the season with like 40 or 50 assists. Like Bennett was not feeding people earlier on in the season. He was just like essentially just standing in front of the net.
Yeah.
Either that or, I mean, it doesn't matter how many times you pass to Jonathan Huberdeau if he doesn't shoot the damn puck.
I mean, he'll pass it to you though.
Yeah, Bennett passes to him in the slot and like he passes back. He's like, God damn it, give me an assist, Hubie. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. That's why, they like more goals and assists. And then for my third line, I had Lundell, Reinhardt, Balsers. I feel like Lundell and Reinhardt has been so good, and Balsers could try to fill in that.
Have they played together in preseason? I don't recall. I think they did. For like a tiny
Reinhardt
bit.
only played one game so far yesterday.
He didn't play with Lundell that first game?
No, Reinhardt this was his first game yesterday. He was injured. It's like I hope we see.
Why you say
tomorrow.
injured? He probably was injured, Alex.
Had a bruise. Like no.
Well,
Remember?
I'm injured. Wink, wink. Like, no, he's probably injured.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Players get hurt, right?
Yeah, but I mean, the way I look at injured is like they're out for a good amount of time. He was out for less than a week.
Why would you, if you have a minor injury, why would you risk it by playing
Exactly. That's why it was
That's
like a small
stupid.
injury.
in a game that does not matter?
Exactly. And then for
You
my
don't know how
fourth,
small it was. It could have been a very large injury.
for my fourth line, I have a very short fourth line in terms of the height. I have Lomberg, Cousins, and White.
Did you look that up? Or did you
Well,
just memorize their
I know.
height?
Cousins is like 5'10", 5'11". Lomberg 5'9". I'm assuming White is short. I can look that up real quick, but
Military says I'm 6 foot, so is the DMV. I'm just saying. People keep wanting to call me 5'10", 5'11". It's a lie.
yep, White's 5'11".
You think I could beat up Lomberg in a fight?
No,
All right, fair enough.
I mean, how many fights have you been? I mean, he had like.
I got 2 inches on him. I got reach.
Yeah,
reach,
but
you know.
He's willing to fight like he'd probably be willing to fight Zdeno Chara.
No, he's crazy. Yeah, he's
It's
crazy.
so fun. Put him in the top 6, honestly. Remember that game we had with the Montreal Canadiens? He scored like 2 goals.
Lomberg even said it last season. He says he wants to get more opportunities going forward because he has the talent. He just hasn't had no one has had faith in him. So like you can honestly probably halfway through the season slot him up there.
That'd be so
6.
fun. I mean, Mo Cheesy had his guys. I know he had them in Winnipeg. Luce Duranen is obviously one of his guys.
He played with Barkov for like a game and had like 2 goals or 2 points or something.
Yeah, it was like 2 goals and assists. I mean, he was like a first star.
Yeah, make it happen.
I remember that.
Give him a chance. Who cares?
That's when we
Regular season doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's when we first heard like Membo number 5. That's how I remember that. I don't know. I like my goal songs. I like the goal horns. They're very loud.
I'll be able to see it, man. It's like the first game I'm going to, and
I
think almost 5 years, 4 years. I have not been home to Florida since I've been at this duty station for the last 3 years, and then I didn't really go home to Florida for the last 2 years. I was in Vegas. I was in Vegas for like 7 years.
And you're gonna be in good weather. November, it's gonna be so nice. It's already starting to cool down.
I don't care, man. Like people always, the humidity. It's like I don't notice it. I'm a Florida boy. Exactly. I don't care.
Like I mean, just the wind. That nice wind. Walking outside with barely a jacket and like some shorts. So nice.
I mean, I'm in the desert here, and I walk outside in like a tank top and like pants every day. So it's like weather doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think we touch corners on everything. Thanks. I'm happy to be back. Hopefully, they can get the grind continuing to go. I got some more ideas. I'm part of the Flying Fluffy website article. I start making some of those soon. There's a game tomorrow, 4:00 for some reason.
I'll tell you what, if this franchise starts calling him Money Montour, I'm gonna go support the Lightning.
Money Montour? Who made that up?
I think it was like Moneybags Montour or Money Shot Montour or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
I heard it on Twitter.
Caption.
Yeah, no, it's like as a nickname, like Lamborghini.
Oh yeah.
Like Barky.
What's Kachuk? Kachucky? Oh yeah, Kachucky cheese or whatever.
I say Kachuk me, daddy.
Yeah, that works. And I mean, the season's gonna start in a week. There's already NHL hockey today. We saw the Sharks and Predators game. There's NHL hockey tomorrow. If you want to watch that. Thanks for joining me. Make sure to put the follows down in the description. And make sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.